Hello, good evening or morning, depending on wherever you are. Hello, Mr. John. How are you doing this evening, sir?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
Good. I'm glad to hear that, and thank you for asking. I'm going to talk about that here, very like right off the top here, and then we're not sure how long John's going to stick around. It's an off night, and John's had things going on, so we appreciate John being here with us for a while since I was unable to be present for Sunday Night Mayhem. I thought I would come on. A lot of you have maybe questions as to why that didn't happen, and some of you kind of know a little bit of what's going on. So I thought I would spill the whole beans here and let everybody know what is going on. And then, for as long as I'm feeling up to it, or John's feeling up to it, we can talk about whatever it is that's going on. So, um, I w- so to start the story, I woke up Saturday morning. I felt fine, and I had somewhere to be at 11 a.m. And I got up, got in the shower, started my day, was fine. Came out, sat down for a little bit, about 9 o'clock, and I was looking at my phone. A few minutes later, I my eyeballs went wonky. I could not look at my phone, and my eyeballs were going different directions. They were going all over the place, and I was like, "This is weird. What's going on?" So then suddenly I go like, I need to go maybe get something to eat. Maybe there's something wrong with me. I need food. So I stood up and was going to go get something to eat. The second I stood up, completely lost my balance, went down. Luckily, I was kind of close to a wall, didn't go down too hard, hit my head a little bit, but not bad. So then and at that point I felt like crap. I was like, oh no, I feel like I'm gonna puke. I feel very nauseous. This is not good. Like I felt horrible. I don't know that I've ever felt that bad in my life. And so I stayed there for a little bit, and then I got up a little while, I don't know how long later. The timeline here is a little blurry, but this started around 9 a.m. and um, I was in the hospital before noon. But so after a little bit, I got up and was like, try this again. Well, it was not happening. So I was kind of close to the bed. So I just went straight to the bed and laid down and was like, oh my God, this is not good. So laid there for a little bit and went to uh, try to get on my phone to call like the telephone nurse advice through the VA hospital and tell them what's going on. Is this something, like that you can write off? Did I got a bug or something like that? And I just feel really crappy. What's going on? Well, I couldn't focus on my phone. I could not look at my phone. My eyes were still going all over the place. I just had to close my eyes and lay there for a while. Well, earlier in the morning, my wife had left to go down to San Diego. Both of my daughters were down in San Diego. So I was home alone for this. So at one point I was like, well, that's it. That's curtains for me. Like I'm done. I seriously thought I was going to die on Sunday morning. There was nothing I could do, and I felt horrible. Laid there for a while, fell asleep, and then at some point woke up and was like, okay, I had, after laying there for a while, I had my vision enough where I could get on my phone to call the telephone nurse line. And they were like, oh, you're home alone. You need to call 911. And I was like, crap. So I hang up the phone and lay there for a bit. And I'm like, man, need to, I need to call 911. But I'm the type of guy that I'm like, I don't want to waste services of an ambulance if I don't need it. I don't want to, if somebody else is out there that seriously needs it. What if this is something not big or whatever? I don't want to be that guy. So I laid there for a little bit and was like on the fence, him and a hawing and everything. Finally, I made the call. So I get myself down to the hospital, and get checked in. And when they're bringing me in the hospital, based on what they saw from me and the symptoms, they called out they have different codes at a hospital, but they called out the code for stroke, which is like a code gray or code green or something. They did the code. And then so all kinds of medical people came rushing over, and I was on an EKG real quick. I was being shoved into like CT scans and IV in me, things plugged in everywhere, and drawing blood, so much blood, but my eyes were still goofy. So I was just kind of closing my eyes as they were rolling me around the hospital on this cart thing, and a cart stretcher, whatever, bed, whatever it is. And so I didn't know really where I was going, what was going on. And after some type of medicine, whatever it was, and then some time going on, I kind of got to the point I wasn't moving anymore. I was stationary. They were coming in and they were asking me to like follow their finger, and I could not. My eyes were just crossing, or going wherever. I had numbness on my left side, in my arm, side of my face, and in my foot. A lot of signs, symptoms of a stroke. And so was very concerned what was going on. Well, as the afternoon went on into the evening, I did start to feel better. And the catch is, all the symptoms I had could be for multiple things. And then over the last couple days, they've kind of come to a conclusion that I have had one of two things happen to me, and we're hoping it's one, not the other, but they can't rule out either. So I'm being treated for both. So I have this gigantic bag of medicine here, this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. So I have all these medicines that I am now currently on because of this. So there's a lot there. I'll be seeing a doctor again in a couple days, and then I'll be having follow-ups with neurology and other things down the road. I did every scan. They put me through MRI, CT scans, and ultrasound of my heart. They put dye into my blood so they could, see where the dye went. They did this bubble test thing where through the IV, they put saline and like pump, 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 pump into my blood so they could see the bubbles going through like my heart and stuff. And like every test under the sun, they put me through, and they took more. Surprised I have any blood left, because they took a lot of blood. It was like I think 5 different times they were taking blood from the amount of time I was in the hospital. So they tested everything under the sun, and they came to one of two conclusions. One is what we hope it is not, but they cannot rule out, and that is I'm gonna pull this up here right here. It's called TIA. John, have you ever heard of a TIA?
No.
Transient ischemic attack. So this is the one we can't rule out, but so they're treating me for it as well as the other. So the TIA, it says a transient ischemic attack is a short period of symptoms similar to those of a stroke. It's caused by a brief blockage of blood flow to the brain. It usually lasts a few minutes and doesn't cause long-term damage. However, TIA may be a warning. About 1 in 3 people who has it will eventually have a stroke. Big concern if that's the case. Big concern. And about half occurring within a year. Now, what they told me was the major risk is the next 3 weeks. So once I get past the next 3 weeks, the chance of me actually having a stroke, it diminishes greatly. Over the next 3 weeks, I have to be very careful. So I'm taking their medicine, blood thinners, aspirin, stuff like that, to hopefully make sure that doesn't happen. So symptoms, not to sit here and read the whole thing, but weakness, numbness, paralysis of the face, arm, leg, typically on one side. And that's what I was experiencing on the left side. Slurred speech or trouble understanding. There was only one episode where I said two words wrong, but there was just the wrong tense of the word. So my speech wasn't too impacted. Blindness or double vision. I had the double vision, but that was because I couldn't keep my eyes focused. Dizziness or a loss of balance and coordination. I definitely had that. So that's the one thing. And we're hoping, and this is through the Mayo Clinic website. So very, very, very renowned, trusted website, and very renowned clinic. So that's one thing. And I'm not going to be talking on this too much longer. That we will talk with John and we will talk with you all here in just a moment. I just kind of explaining what things could have been. The other, what we're hoping it is, but again, I'm being treated for both, is this BPPV, benign paroxysmal positional vertigo. So vertigo is a lot more, I guess, common and less like of a life-threatening thing. Um, so this oh, I did not switch over here. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I need to switch. You're not seeing what I'm seeing yet. Let me pull this one up. Boom, 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 boom. So there's the BPPV. This is the other thing, and this is what they're hoping and leaning toward. Um, And the symptoms of this are dizziness, sense of spinning or moving. The area is spinning or moving around you, loss of balance, not being steady, stomach upset, and vomiting. I definitely had all of those symptoms. And it says this BPV is one of the most common causes of vertigo. Vertigo is the sudden feeling of spinning or moving. And so, with that, a vertigo, imagine like you just got off a crazy, crazy roller coaster and you get motion sickness, kind of like that. Vertigo is inside of our ears, deep in our ears. There's these crystals that are supposed to be in place. Vertigo happens when those crystals are knocked out of place. Everybody has them. It's not like a buildup, they're just there. When they get knocked out of place, um, and they can, I say knocked out of place, but they can get moved out of place by dehydration, uh, a number of different causes. Um, I wonder if it says in here what can causes linked blow to the head. Less common causes include ear damage to the inner ear. Um, let's see, for many reasons. I'm not seeing any more real uh, description of risk factors, but so, anyways, they're believing, they're hoping that what has gone on with me was these crystals got loose in my ear and that caused me to have the vertigo. And which the only reason they're going like, well, maybe let's consider the stroke option. My mom had two strokes, maybe more, but at least two in her 50s. My uncle died at 54 of a stroke. My older brother died of a heart attack at 47 years old. So with all these factors, we're just being very cautious. So with all the scans they did and everything, they came back and said my brain looks great. So if I did have the TIA, like it says, there will be no long-term damage. They may not even be able to tell if it happened, like unless you were on a scanner and it was happening right then. Would be like a minor blood clot or something, prevented blood from going to a certain part of the brain, and then in time you kind of start feeling better. Um, so I don't know exactly. The doctors don't know exactly, and I'm glad they're being cautious. I'm glad they're treating me for both. And I have follow-up appointments. The hospital I was at was a VA hospital, and they were great. The VA hospitals over the years have gotten bad reputations, in the past, but the VA healthcare system has really, really improved over the last like 10, 15 years. I've never way, way, way back in the day, like in the late 90s, early 2000s, there was times where I would go to urgent care and you would wait hours and hours and hours. Nothing like that in years. But once I've got to see my doctor, the care and everything I've always received. I had bilateral hernia surgery at the VA. I had my vasectomy at the VA. I've had a lot of stuff done at the VA, and they've always taken good care of me. So I was in a good hospital in good hands, and I'm doing better. I'm not nearly 100%. And so I do still have the dizziness. If I stand up too quick or any of that, I don't feel good. But I didn't need to be sitting there taking up a hospital bed. So I was able to come home tonight. I do need to continue to take it easy for a while and may have spells where I'm not feeling so great or whatever. So, will we be doing this Sunday night, a Sunday night mayhem? I don't know. It depends on how I'm feeling Sunday. But I want to say thank you to everybody who reached out to me, including you, John. Um, you know, uh, seeing how I was doing and what was going on and stuff. I appreciate the love. Um, and I just wanted to take a few minutes to kind of explain what was going on. And I'll talk to John for a second here, and then I will say hello to you all and answer questions you all might have, and then we can kind of open up and talk about whatever. So, does that kind of explain, John, what was going on with me for the last couple days?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So I'm glad that you're better. I've only heard horrible things with a stroke, and so it worried me a lot, and really concerned me, and just wanted to make sure that you were okay. The good thing is that you were responding. I think you hear people having to be in a cane or a wheelchair, and half
Yeah.
of their face and stuff looks all weird, and so yeah, I'm just glad that you're okay, and yeah, please take it easy, and you know I, I I mean, who knows what really brings these things on, but
Yeah.
you know hopefully they can figure it out, and maybe you could just take medication for it, but you're definitely on a lot there, so hopefully it will
Yeah.
it will work.
No, definitely. And so strokes and stuff can be brought on by a lot of different things. Um, and that's why they're being cautious. With all the scans and blood work and everything they've done, they're everything they have says I didn't have a stroke. But they can't rule out this TIA, which is like a precursor to a stroke. So, taking aspirin, taking blood thinners, things like that to help prevent it moving forward, are you know uh, allowing me to take a deep breath and relax a little bit more. But also the if it's the vertigo, which is not like a life threatening thing, it just really really sucks. If that's what I experienced, that was terrible. Now vertigo can last from a few minutes to a few weeks. And so it's just kind of waiting to see how it goes. There are exercises. Physical therapy came in, and there's things that I can do to help with the vertigo, and they taught me this. I forget this some maneuver thing. I forget what it's called, but I'll be doing that to try and if it is vertigo, to try and help settle those crystals back into place and get on with life. So thank you for the concern. And yeah, I um as time went on, the feeling came back in my side and stuff, and possibly maybe some of the loss of like feeling or some of the sensations I was having was because of falling, because I didn't notice that at all before I fell. In fact, I didn't even really notice that until I was laying there in the hospital and they were doing tests. They took a needle and they were poking me on my right side. And they go, "Does this feel sharp?" And they would poke me on my left side and they go, "Does this feel sharp?" And I said, "What does what feel sharp?" Because I couldn't feel it. And then they would poke harder and I go, "Okay, well, that feels like your finger, like you're touching me." Um, but as time went on, the full feeling came back and stuff. So I remember when my mom had her first stroke, it wasn't that, and it was like I think they called it mini strokes or micro stroke or something. But uh, she regained most of her function. but then after her second stroke, which was a major one, that was it. She was wheelchair for the rest of her life. So now the things that in my blood work and stuff that they said I need to look at are my cholesterol, which I've been on cholesterol medicine. It was 10 milligrams a day. They've upped that to 20, and that will be permanent. The stuff for like blood thinner and aspirin and stuff is temporary. They said, look, we're going to do that for like 3 weeks to get through this critical period, and then after that, we'll look at my blood again and see how things are going. But the good news is, with all the scans and everything, everything came back great. They said my heart looks great, my brain, my veins, everything looks great. So, so I shouldn't worry too much. But I do need to lose weight. They didn't weigh me at all this time going in there because I went straight. I was on my back the entire time. And then when I did get on my feet to start walking to make sure I could walk, I never went to a scale. But when I was at the doctor, like my primary care, like a month ago, I forget where I was, 219 or something like that, or two in the teens. So I'm right around that area. For my height, I should be like under 180 is what they're saying. So I really need to lose like 40 pounds. So I'm going to be trying to change my ways and eat better and less snacks. And I do get a good amount of exercise, and I got the treadmill, and I enjoy getting on the treadmill and watching a TV show or movie. Or speaking of TV shows, a new episode of Daredevil out tonight. So after this, I know what I'll be watching. Although, John, you said you had started something, watching something right before we went live here. What are you watching? Let's let everybody know so that way, if they want to watch, so we could talk about it on our next video. What was it you're watching? Do you
Well,
remember?
I haven't started it yet because a
Okay.
YouTube person that I like did a 30-minute video on Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith
Oh, and you
saying
got
that,
sucked in?
yeah, of just talking, just man, just how horrible this guy's life is right now with her being such a succubus
Bitch.
and
Such a bitch. Yeah.
yeah, and so I'm watching that. But there was a film that I saw advertisements for. It's Vince Vaughn, and it's a couple other people, and the guy who plays Cyclops and in X-Men, and in the hot chick that's in Ambulance, and it's like Alex and Mike and April, I think is the name of the movie.
Oh,
And
isn't it?
I
Isn't it like Alex and Nick and
it's four names, but two of them are
yeah,
repeated.
and
And I
it
thought it
has
was,
Vince Vaughn in it, right?
yeah.
Okay.
And looking
I
at
was
the
just
poster, I thought he was maybe just playing twins, but it ends up being a time travel movie.
okay.
And so I watched the trailer for it. It's on Hulu. And I thought, wow, this looks cool. I love time travel stuff. So yeah, when we're done here, I'm probably gonna finish that and watch Daredevil maybe tomorrow. So but I thought that looked good. And I gotta tell you,
Nice.
man, you scared me with this whole thing and I even messaged you saying that, I contacted my health provider and made sure that yeah, that's it.
Okay. Right there. So
That
Mike and Nick and Alice
yeah.
is the name, and it's on Hulu. So if everybody wants to watch that, you could check it out there. So it's got Vince Vaughn, Isa Gonzalez.
Oh, Keith
She
David.
looks kind of familiar. Oh, Keith David. Oh, that's cool. Oh,
Oh yeah,
Stephen Root. Love Stephen Root. Oh, and Dolph Lundgren.
oh, I didn't
So
see, yeah, he's
oh
not in the
man.
trailer.
So look at this cast. That's a great cast. And it says two friends navigate dangerous world of organized crime, testing their loyalty, survival skills as they get deeper into the criminal underworld.
That doesn't sound exactly right from what the trailer
Okay.
tells you. So
Okay.
what
Well,
what
they
I'm
maybe they're
giving
trying not
away
to give away
is
too much there.
I mean it's you're immediately brought into I created a time machine. It's
Nice.
it's in the trailer because I wasn't going to watch it because I thought, eh. But then
Yeah.
once I saw time travel, and I'm just like, ooh, and that's what's on Hulu. It says time travel machine. I thought that that was going to
Uh,
be, that was
well,
worth
it
it.
looks fun. It has a 6.2 out of 10 on IMDb, which is a good rating. And so, with that being said, I apologize for interrupting you there. I just was trying to get that. You were saying this, what happened with me kind of scared you into doing what now?
Well, that I called my healthcare provider, and I'm just like, okay, do you have address right? Do you have phone number correctly? Do you, am I set up? If something were to happen and I hand my card to somebody, am I going to pop up? And I explained to them that a friend of mine might have suffered a stroke, and I'm fatter and older, and that if it can happen to him, it can happen to it can happen to me.
Yeah.
So I think right before this happened, I did go out and purchase um, better food than what I normally eat and kind of put myself on
Yeah.
the schedule. Uh,
Good.
the problem is, I was standing outside, and the woman for the pizza place came over and goes, "I got 2 free pizzas. They were ordered at the wrong place. You want one? Pepperoni or sausage?" I'm like,
Yes, yes, I do. I want both. Oh, sausage.
"I'll
Well, I
take
want pepperoni
sausage."
and sausage. I want both, please.
Yeah, so I do have a pizza. So, but I've been milking it over like 3 days. So
Well,
I'm not trying to be a pig. So you definitely have, I guess, in a good and bad way, kind of inspired me to to treat myself better, because I don't want to lose you, and I don't want to lose me.
yeah.
So it's sometimes you need something like that to change your ways.
Yes. No, and I appreciate that. And it is true that when you're something like this happens, it's an eye opener, and it kind of like goes, okay, I need to start taking better care of myself, doing this or that or whatever. I felt like I was doing a better job of taking care of myself. Especially after Adam the Woo, who was like a month younger than me, passing away. We were both born in 1974. Adam the Woo was like 1 month younger than me, and he was right around Fluffy's age, and he passed away. So it's like it can happen. My older brother passed away at 47. It can happen, and I need to take better care of myself. Well, I've, been on the treadmill. I get a lot of exercise, and I have been eating better. However, I do still enjoy from time to time eating out, you know, treats that aren't good, having, a few drinks and stuff like that. So, it's like I need to do better, and I can and I will. But now, one of the things in talking to the doctors about changing eating habits and stuff is, in general, we need to do better, but we still have to live life. And then even the doctor said that. And it's okay from time to time to indulge, to have a pizza. It's okay, from time to time to go out and treat yourself to something that, you know, you don't want to eat every day, but every once in a while you want to go out and have that jumbo jack, or you want to have, whatever, Taco Bell or something. From time to time, do it, but regularly, on a regular basis, I got to cut out the snacks at night. I got to cut out sugary foods, and need to get down to eating more greens, and eating more like chicken and fish, and just whole, regular food, real food, and not so much processed and fast food. So, and that's where even like lately, a couple times I've been out eating, and I went to Subway, and I was like, oh, I had a turkey sandwich. That's good. But still, all that bread, when your body converts it, basically, it's like you might as well be eating sugar. The bread's not good for you. Cheese, mayonnaise, that stuff, it's not good for you. But turkey sandwich probably better than cheeseburger and fries. So we have to do what we can to be better, to live healthier and stuff. And so I'm gonna make a commitment to myself to do that, so I can be around. One, because I'm not ready to stop living, and two, I want to be here, for my family, for my friends, for you all to hang out with, because I'm not ready to end it yet. Not ready to call it yet. Uh, with that being said, it's been 30 minutes. I do want to say hello to everybody before everybody gives up on
Well,
us.
but before we do that, I have
Okay.
my posted up saying, if I go, you get everything of mine. So I expect to post it up for me in your layer there that says John gets everything in this
No,
room.
we remember we made a deal because, yeah, I have kids, and I will have things left for you, but I can't leave it all to you.
I at
I have
least want the Funko Pops,
the non-signed Funko Pops.
all the Funko Pops. You can have
You're gonna,
all
you,
my
you got
Funko Pops.
Well, it's not me having. Oh, well, thank you. If I had no kids, I would give it all to you,
They
100%.
don't care about the Funko Pops. I do.
A bullshit. My kids have given me many of these Funko Pops, so
I'm just trying to get
um,
them all for myself. So,
I know you are. I know you're, and I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all.
and I and
So
I
let's.
I do have an autographed one coming in that I got for $50, and I'm just like, oh fuck, I gotta
Ooh.
have this, but I'm not gonna say what it is.
I have not one, not two, but three autographs that are not Funko Pops on the way. They were shipped out like yesterday morning, and they're not here yet. So I have no pickups, but hopefully Sunday night I'll have some pickups to show you in the way of autographs.
You know
Um,
what does scare me with you saying that is so my friend Daryl, who I knew for a very long time, he wasn't feeling well, so he went to the hospital. They said, okay, well, you're going to stay overnight. He died. He just wasn't feeling well. He like
yeah.
drowned in his own fluid,
Oh,
and I didn't know
like
about this until
pneumonia or something.
like a year later when I saw his wife was online, Stephanie, and I'm just like, what the hell? And
Wow.
then so she was telling me all about it, and what she was saying is, and this is what reminds me, is when one of his parents died, he got an inheritance. So
Mm,
he went online and was buying stuff, and he is a movie guy. So it's all
yeah.
movie stuff. And she said, even after he died, she was receiving things from him, that he purchased in the mail.
Oh, yeah.
And that bothers me, that with the amount of junk that I purchased, like, what if I died tomorrow? That stuff would still be coming in. I mean, it's like
Yeah,
who
hey, it's part of life. The mail, either somebody's going to accept it, and or it's going to get sent returned to sender. So, if somebody's
yeah.
there to handle your estate, then it will get taken, and put into your estate. If not, it will all get returned to sender. So,
Yeah.
and then it will go back, and they'll go like, well, now what do we do? But yeah, so, and just really quickly, because I do 30 minutes later want to say hello to everybody. Fluffy Gamer would have died if he didn't go to the hospital. He was feeling bad, and I was pushing him to go to the hospital, and um his ex and his sister and everybody was pushing him to go to the hospital, and he went. And I forget the exact symptoms and stuff, but Fluffy would have died that night had he not gone to the hospital. That they said that. And so, if you're not feeling good, go get
Excuse me.
the care you need. You have to, especially if you feel like it's your heart, chest pains, something going on with your head, something really weird. Um, get looked at. Magnetic Cone. What up, Magnetic Cone? How you doing? And James Ottawa. What's up, James? Nightwalker. Hello to you.
Excuse me.
Metal Greg. Hello. How's the G fam? Hello. Good to see you back home. Thank you for that. How's the G fam? Appreciate it. Logan Ludwig. Thank you very much. How you doing? Michael McNally. What's cracking? Metal Greg. I have my grandmother had that TIA. Oh, scary. Yeah, scary stuff. Not fun at all, Metal Greg. Brian Sanchez. Well. I'm back. OGP John Ward and everybody from live chat in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Decent. Christian's in the house. What's up? How you doing? Doing much better, Christian. Thank you very much for asking. Metal Greg, I've had vertigo when I was laying my head in a cockeyed position, and it was absolute worst. Totally been there. Okay, yeah. So you understand what I was going through. It is horrible, absolute horror. I would not wish that on maybe my worst enemies. I would wish it on, but not everybody. That's for sure. Antonis, what's going on? How you doing? Antonis says hello to John too.
Hello.
And Deadpool Fanatic, yes, random live stream with OGP and John. Yes, here we are. Robert is in the house, and Robert, much love. Thank you for reaching out. While I was in the hospital there, glad to see you're out of the hospital. I'm happy to see you're doing a little bit better. Thank you very much. Sorry you went through this. Send you get well wishes, speedy recovery, healing vibes. Thank you very much, Metal Greg. Glad you're okay. Thank you. Happy you're better. Thank you, Antonis. And your mom had that. It was scary stuff, man. Scary stuff. And hopefully, Christian, hopefully your family is all healthy and happy right now. Mr. Bones, what's up? Jeff, glad to see you back, or good to see you back. And good to see you, Jeff. I think we missed you last week on Sunday. I don't remember seeing if you were in the comments or not, but we were talking about you for a while ago. I'm like, where's Jeff? But good to see you, Jeff. And let's see here. I take blood thinner for your AFib. See, and that's so when I was in the hospital, speaking of AFib, so they were poking my fingers because for some reason or another, they thought I was diabetic. And it was just in my notes that history of diabetes in my family. And maybe because of my weight, they thought I was diabetic, but I'm not. But they were poking my fingers. And I think your A1C is supposed to be below 100, if I remember right, something like that. And it's supposed to be below something. And mine was like kind of high, and it was going the wrong way. What is good? A1C. Let's see. Below 5.7. Okay, so that one's not the 100 one, but there's something that's supposed to be below 100, and mine was going the wrong way. But so below 5.7. There's some other number. Oh, what do the numbers mean? 5% is 97. The average. So maybe my glucose. Your glucose is maybe supposed to be below 100 or something like that. And mine started out at 101, but then later in the afternoon they checked it again. I was at 161, but before I left, it came back down to normal. But my blood pressure was high. All kinds of things are going on, but they wanted my blood pressure high because if it's a stroke, you want high blood pressure. So your blood is being forced to get to your brain. So it pushes the blood clots out of the way. So they allowed my blood pressure to be a little bit high for a while. But last blood pressure I took when I left the hospital today was 124 over 86 or something like that. So right where I need to be in the decent levels there. So Vince Vaughn series does look great. Is that a series or is it a show?
No,
it's a movie. Yeah. Yeah. 1 hour, 47-minute movie. Yeah. Listed as action, comedy, and crime. So, and Vince Vaughn's great. We love Vince Vaughn.
Yep.
Let's see here. OGP, do you know the name of the blood thinner? I don't know. I don't know which one's which.
Yeah, my doctor just recommended regular aspirin for me. I take one a day.
I have all these different medicines here that I don't know which one is which. It's one of these. I don't know. But it's only, I have like 3 weeks worth, and they said as long as nothing crazy happens, back to normal. They gave me, I wonder if I still got, they're small, but they look like big freckles on my stomach. Look at this. Look, I'm gonna show my belly now. Look at this. Underwear too. You get underwear too. Look at this. They gave me shots in my stomach.
Oh, it's making me queasy.
Yeah. They bruised up a little bit, but those shots were some type of like blood thinner thing. But you can't get them in the arm. They can't go through the IV. They have to go in like certain parts of the body, blood or belly or butt or something like. Look at that! I just lost a shitload of viewers showing my belly. My fault, everybody. But at least they're not big bruises. But Those shots didn't hurt that bad. There was nothing like the blood being drawn. And the worst, John, have you ever had your fingers poked, like to check your blood sugar level and stuff?
Yeah.
Like for the diabetes, that sucks. That little needle thing. Boink.
Well, that was the thing. That's I told my doctor I'm not doing that. I am diabetic and I don't take care of myself. And he's like, "Well, you need to prick your fingers." And I'm like, "I'm not doing that. Give me a pill.
Like,
There's got to
can't
be."
you do your arm? I would rather like you're not. It's not going to hurt right here. Fingertips hurt like shit. That's
I
where your
don't.
nerve endings are.
I don't.
I wonder if it
I
matters.
I don't. I guess they would know, but it's like
Yeah.
I have really nothing against needles. I just kind of look away. They're fine, but I don't want to do it to
Yeah.
myself. If I had somebody
Yeah.
here to do it for
Oh
me,
yeah.
it'd be fine. But I
Yeah.
don't. He's like, well, you need to do it. I'm just like, then give me a pill. You're a
Yeah.
doctor. You guys make pills. Give me a pill. I don't want to take a shot. And
Yeah.
so I've never. No. I
I
just.
could never give myself my own shots. I could never be a meth addict and have to shoot up. I could never do it.
Oh well,
I could
that's
never do
easy because it's math.
it. Oh yeah, yeah. I could do the edible meth. It got
Yeah, there you
crunchy,
go.
like it's like pop rocks.
Yeah.
uh, yeah, we could do that meth. But anyways, yeah, those shots, they weren't they weren't that bad. The getting blood drawn, that's what I don't like when you feel it sucking out. And the first time when I got there, they sucked 4 tubes out. And then the one other time they sucked like 2, and then the other couple times they sucked 1. But I'm like, man, you guys are mean. I just had my blood drawn like literally like 5 hours ago. Why do you need more? I have not eaten since. Like, why do you need more? But whatever tests they were doing, they wanted it, so I gave it to them. Wicked Network, what's up, John and OGP? How you doing, Wicked? We don't want to lose either you cool dudes. Metal Greg, we appreciate that. And and we're both still young and scrappy and full of life. So we don't want to go anywhere. Sometimes it takes a bad scare to get motivated. Jeff, you are correct, sir. Lose the Diet Coke. I know. So tonight is water. I have not had a Diet Coke since Sunday, believe it or not, because I mean, going to the hospital. No, I haven't had a Diet Coke since Saturday because Sunday morning when this all started, I didn't have nothing. But I know I need to cut down on the Diet Coke as well. I don't want to see. I am I addicted to Diet Coke? Probably. And I'm not ready to give it up, but I am ready to have less. So I just need to do better with water. I need to spend a little more time making iced tea or getting the little pouches that you put in the bottles of
Those are good.
water.
Those work.
Yeah, like Crystal Light and that type of stuff. So I just need to do things like that more. And so I need to get better at that. Will we be doing less beer or no? So Mr. Bone, this is what's interesting is that I drink socially. I don't normally drink at home. There's been a few videos where we've had some beers here. And there's been, Vegas trips. And there's been times I've hung out with friends at a bar, but I don't drink daily. I would say over the last 6 months, I drink probably once a week. But when I drink, I probably drink too much. So I think when I do drink, like if I go out and hang out with John, I need to have just a little bit less. And
What?
I don't think there's anything. So we'll just buy less.
Before you started coming out here again, I really wasn't drinking at all unless it was over at like Miranda's house. And now
Mm.
with you coming out, I drink more than I ever have in my entire life. And now I'm
I need
getting
to
used
stop
to
coming
it.
out. I'm not visiting you anymore. Yeah.
You
Although
could do with the Diet Coke is get those little cans, not the big can, but the ones that are like half the size. Have you seen
maybe
those?
yeah. My problem is I probably drink like 12 of those.
Because they're so tiny.
Yeah. But no, I should do something like that. Or just say, you know what, I have a can of Diet Coke, maybe with dinner. And on an off day or whatever, have like a second one for lunch or whatever, and just limit it to that. Where no, I'm not even gonna lie. There's a lot of days and I don't count. I never count how many I drink, but I wouldn't hesitate to guess there's a lot of days where I have between like 9 and 12 cans in a day. So yeah, not even kidding.
Wow, I thought I was bad
I
with soda.
But see, I'm not a big coffee drinker. You know that. You make coffee at home in the
Yeah,
morning,
I'm
and what
just
do
as
I go
bad
to?
with coffee as you are soda, though.
But coffee, a cup of coffee a day is not bad for you. It's the sugar and the cream that we put in the coffee that is what's bad for us. But a cup of coffee in the morning is fine. But I want the refreshing, ice cold, bubbly Diet Coke. Um, so I'm not a big coffee drinker. So to get what you get in caffeine from a cup of coffee, I need 2 or 3 Diet Cokes to get that much caffeine. And I need my caffeine. So I just need to find one, I need to eat healthy, lose some weight and maybe not need the caffeine so much. But it's just going to be a work in progress moving forward.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
When I went to the store, to Smith's, I just bought a can of regular coffee. That's all it was,
okay.
regular coffee. No flavors, no nothing. When I was younger, I would only drink black coffee. That's it.
Uh,
And I would go to like Denny's or something, and the waitress would be like, "Oh, black coffee," and I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm a
yeah.
man. I don't need flavor in my coffee." And I
Yeah.
take my women black too. Thank you. And
Oh. And
oh,
she went, get the fuck out, creeper.
yeah. And so now I'm going back to that to maybe, bring it. So just regular coffee, nothing in it, no cream, no flavor, no nothing, just black. So I'm
Regular
going
coffee, regular women.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Ones that have a septum ring in
Oh,
their names.
oh, oh, oh. Regular black coffee, purple haired women with the nose ring
Septum ring,
and
yeah.
rainbow tattoos, all that good
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. That are the
Yeah, there
size
you
of a
go.
whale. Yeah.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Black coffee, I can do, and that's when I drink coffee. A lot of times, I will drink it black, and I'll even. There's been times because, and I started drinking coffee in the Marine Corps, and it was because I had to stay up all night after I'd gotten hurt. I was on watch, and I just when our unit was out in the field, I would have to. They would radio in that they were going dark for the night or whatever, and or if somebody got hurt, they would radio in, we needed this or that, or people out there, and so I was just taking those calls. I was sitting there waiting for a radio, and this is back in the 90s, so there was no cell phones, there was magazines, and we ran out of those really fast. So then we started watching training videos and like videos of missiles blowing up and things like that. But you would run out of that stuff, and so you get tired, and then you would want coffee, and so we would make this giant pot of coffee, and we didn't have cream or sugar, so we were drinking black coffee all night to stay awake. um and so I can do black coffee, but it is a little yummy when you get like the hazelnut creamer in there
Oh,
and
I
stuff.
just had a raspberry one that was delicious, but
Oh,
it's
I don't
like,
think I've ever had.
yeah, it's very good. But it's like, well, if it helps any.
Yeah. And that's, they do say like a cup of coffee a day. And what I need to be doing more of is like tea as well. It does like some tea with some caffeine and
Pooping,
stuff.
you need to be pooping more.
I need to poop more. I need to poop
So
more. One of the
coffee
things
does
they
that.
did, one of these, one of the pills they gave me is a laxative, or not a laxative, but it's something to help me poop because some of the other medicines can create issues. So there's that. Let's see here. Metal Greg says, I'm 51. It's true about moderation. Yep. Yeah. You have to live life. You have to have something to look forward to. And that's where like I want to know when I'm going out to Vegas next, or I want to go when I'm going on vacation next, something to look forward to. Because if you don't know, and you don't know, like, oh, Saturday is going to be my cheat day and I'm going to go out and I'm going to have a slice of cake and a donut or whatever. You have to have something to look forward to. It can't just be miserable all the time. We
Oh yeah.
can't all be Tom Brady and have avocado yogurt or avocado ice cream.
Ooh.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's you
ooh is
have to
right.
look forward to something. Is I was not as big as I am now, but I did long time ago when I lived in Marin County. Two friends of mine, so it was the three of us, we went to Weight Watchers. They left, I stuck with it. I ended up losing 41 pounds. and I would be on a kind of like a slim fast diet that was drinking
Mm.
the cans and eating the food, and then doing the snacks, and I was running well, not running, I was walking up in the mountains, which was like a military trail, and
Yeah.
it was really high up, and then you would go down, um, and ended up losing weight. But I knew that I would have that one cheat day because I'd go to Weight Watchers, get weighed, and then I'd have my cheat day because then I would go another week. So I would lose
You
whatever
could
I
burn it
ate.
all off.
Yeah, and it would be a like a sub sandwich from an actual sub place, not like Subway, but an actual sub place.
Yeah.
I would get like a little salad, and I'd have like a soda, and that would be my treat. And that day, I didn't have to exercise if I didn't want to. I could just have my treat, but it was something to look forward to every week because it was on the same day as weighing in. And I
Yeah.
had lost so much weight, and the women there were so pissed at me because it just,
Oh,
once again, a man, losing weight more than a woman. And I was actually asked by Weight Watchers to be one of their spokespeople because it was a dramatic weight loss in a
mm,
short amount of time, because I wasn't, I was following a routine, and
yeah.
I stuck to that routine, and it was I was my grandmother at the time, and she was, I'd like to make her happy, so she was very happy that I was losing weight because she was concerned,
Yeah.
and so, but yeah, if you have that one day that you look forward to, and that helps because okay,
Yeah.
today's Tuesday, I have to change my ways, but on Friday, I can do a little bit of a cheat, and it
Yeah.
does help.
Yeah. Yeah. Jeff says it's sodium in the turkey that's so bad along with the bread. Yeah, no, I know. Like at Subway, that definitely is true. No, notorious. What's up, Mr.
N-
Bones?
n- n-
Uh,
n- notorious.
Albany Saratoga comic movie says no wet movie should no wet movie one. I know he struggles and I know he wants to do better. And it's his weight loss battle is always a struggle for him. And would like to see him, lose a little bit of weight and everything. But, I don't live next to him or with him or anything. If I did, he and I'd be going walking all the time or something. But I hope that he's able to, at some point drop a few pounds because, he was doing so good for so long. But, he can't just starve himself like he did last time. He's got to lose it gradually and, by exercise and stuff. His problem, he works a lot and his commute to work and commute home is tough. But we all wish the best for Wet One, who's apparently in Vegas right now, that bastard.
Oh, hey, thanks for calling me up, dude.
But yeah, no, I think so. He got invited. Somebody, I think they flew him out and he is on some movie shoot right now. He's going to be in some movie that's currently filming somewhere out there.
Oh, okay.
And
I know. Okay, yeah.
okay. And so he's part of that. And then he'll be out there for like a day or something, and they're flying him home.
Gotcha.
So but what movie one's not gonna, party hard like we would and everything to make us jealous. But he's gonna be in a movie, so he's having fun,
There you
and
go.
more power to him. Put in writing a will. No, I know, and that's where
John gets
I'm
all my
gonna have to
fucking
make an
thoughts.
addendum because I do have a will that basically says everything goes to my wife and or my kids. So I need to make an addendum, a John Ward clause.
Yeah, just do that little thing, we could just put it right in there, we
A
just put it right
little
below.
arrow to the side. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
John
Side note.
gets.
Yeah. Let's see here. People eat more sodium than they realize. No, this is very true. Very true. Look at this. The legend Shadow Man in the house. Shadow Man, what's up? I am so sorry that we could not connect with you out there in Vegas. Shadow Man, John, remember I was reaching out to Shadow Man about trying to hang out at night. Me and Matt were hanging out. Shadow Man says, hey, OGP, glad to see you're out of the hospital. Take care of yourself. We need you here, bro. And thank you for the love, Shadow Man. I appreciate you. And hopefully we get to connect and hang out again and break some bread here very, very soon, Shadow Man. But I hope you and Marcy are both doing very well. Everything contains sodiums. That's why I don't use it. Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, pretty much you don't normally need to put salt on anything because it has it. But that's why, they say eat like real food. So if you buy like a whole chicken, a normal chicken doesn't already have this whatever is naturally in it, but it's when you buy it from the store and they add the flavoring of, the chicken patties or chicken breasts or whatever, they put all that stuff in it. So that's where you got to be careful. And all is right with the world because Slack Wolf just wants us to know that Alexandria Daddario's boobs are still in his heart. And OGP, hope you feel better. Thank you very much. Alexandria Daddario's boobs are in a lot of folks' hearts.
Yes, they are.
Lost a massive amount of weight just cutting carbs and sugar. Fast food is a killer when you get older. Jeff, I do not question you at all. At all. Okay, so that number should be below 100 when you wake up. Yeah, and the first time they checked me, I was at 101, but it went up to like 160. Glucose supposed to be between 60 and 100. When there's trauma, your blood sugar will rise, but it affects everyone differently. Okay, thank you, Metal Greg. That's what happened to me. That's your fasting number. I had diabetes years ago and reversed it. Nice. I've been off meds for years. Doc says I should write a book for people. Very nice, Jeff. Well, I know who to reach out to when I start having questions. That is awesome, Jeff. A1C is supposed to be below 7. Right on. Prick the side of your finger. I wonder, can we just do it? Because like right here wouldn't hurt at all. I could prick myself right here all the time. Or what about could you prick your prick? Could you
That's
test your blood, prick your prick? That would hurt like fuck. Could you imagine? They would not want to experience that. But if you could do it at the end of your finger, why couldn't you do it at the end of your dingling? Huh?
Yeah.
That's a thought. It's a thought. You could try it. Liv, what's up, Liv? Oh, good. I came just in time to see OGP tummy and undies. My bad. I was just trying to show. I had these weird looking vampire, little like it was like a vampire bit me sideways on my belly. Well, that's funny. Your stomach looks like mine after my diabetic injection once a week. Oh, Metal Great. Yeah. No fun, man. I don't like shots. Watch your diet, John. The Beatus works 24/7 against you. Yeah. Well, we're making a commitment. John already
What is a beatus?
Diabetes.
Yes.
Diabetes.
Diabetes.
But John already has begun to change his ways in his last shopping trip. So,
yeah, I have not had fast food in about 4 days, which is good. I normally spend about $20 a day on fast food.
Nice.
I have not had any soda in the last few days because I mostly get soda with the fast food.
Nice.
So I've already, except for this pizza, I mean, I've been doing okay, not great,
good.
but it's changed a little bit.
Yeah.
So
we just got to get better.
day.
We just got to get better. Yeah. Not an overnight thing. What movie one is going through shit too? Albany. No. What movie one is? I love Wet One. That's my boy, and I hope he's having a blast out there in Vegas doing the film shoot stuff. And I know he's, things like with the family and bills and finances and stuff, and his mom's health for a while and stuff, and so life is not easy. It's not easy for any of us. So and by no means am I coming on here just looking for like a pity party or anything. I was just trying to explain what happened to me. A lot of people want to know and why we weren't here Sunday night. So that's what I was doing. Positively yay, what's up? Have you guys watched Mummy? I have not gone to see the new Mummy. In fact, this weekend I was gonna go see Over Your Dead Body. I was gonna go try and see that Sunday afternoon before the Sunday live stream, but obviously I wound up in the hospital, so I haven't even seen that yet. I have heard some interesting things about the Mummy. One, I've heard it's definitely not the Mummy. If you're thinking it's a Mummy story like the Mummy from the Universal Monsters, it's not. But some people have said it's pretty decent. So what have you heard? What's the latest, John, that you're thinking about the Mummy?
You may watch it streaming, but I've heard both. Some people have said it's absolutely dreadful, But then when I was with working with Joe Lujan and Chris the other day, they thought it was the scariest movie they've seen. So I don't know. They really liked it.
Right on. Okay, cool. Uh, Liquid IV saves lives. Yeah. Oh no, that man, they hooked me up with that IV, and I was like on the rebound. Yeah, whatever they put in those IVs, it does. It makes a world of difference. That's why I work out. And no, Robert C is a legend. Robert's always working out and getting healthy. And Robert, you at one point or another lost some good amount of weight too, right? To get down to your shape right now. Robert is like, a healthy dude. He's always at the gym and posting pictures of working out like all the time. So very proud of Robert. That's why I work out the way I can, stay healthy, and I want to be around for a long time. And Robert, we want you around for a long time. We really do. Dark cola is worse. Clear sodas are healthier if you must. Yeah, no, I need to get off the sodas altogether. But I think that can be one of my little treat things is my Diet Coke. I know they're terrible for you, but I just love it so much. Stevage, what's cracking? Greetings, Philip and John. Decent. Very nice. Yes, it is decent. I feel decent to be home and hanging out with John and you guys. I don't like any diet sodas. They're gross. Antonis, it took me a long time to switch over from regular to diet sodas. But now I drink a regular soda and it feels too thick for me. Aside from Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper I can do.
They have a Dr. Pepper coconut now.
Huh.
I so want to try it.
Huh. Have you tried Dr. Pepper Zero?
No, I think just diet.
Okay, the diet Dr. Pepper Zero is way better than diet Dr. Pepper. Way better. If you're into Dr. Pepper and needing sodas, give that one a shot someday. I like it. An ice cold diet Mountain Dew in the morning is glorious. Now, see, Jeff, diet Mountain Dew is good. I enjoy it, but if you have had a regular Mountain Dew within like the past month, and then you go to drink diet Mountain Dew, it is rough. But as long as you've avoided the regular Mountain Dew for a while, you're fine. If not, that diet Mountain Dew, it's pretty rough. But John, are you a Mountain Dew fan?
Yeah, I prefer Mountain Dew with a flavor in it. So when I go over to 7-Eleven, I'll grab like a Mountain Dew with cherry or vanilla, something like that in there. So, but I do like,
Nice.
yeah, I get it horribly because it's not diet or anything. It's just Mountain Dew with a flavor. So I'm
Yeah.
better with that too.
Wicked says it was those brass monkey drinks that did you in all that sugar intake. Well, I mean, and we did have that drink that went with them, and we had a lot of beer, and we did have a good, fun time when I was out there hanging out with John and when we saw Matt that night. Um, but came home. See, and the one thing in all this stuff, the doctors, they always ask, do you drink? How much do you drink? How often? And when you do drink, how much do you drink? My problem is when I do drink, I drink too much. But the amount, like if I drank when I like if I hung out with John and I had 3 or 4 beers, maybe 5, okay. But I normally have at least double that, and that's not good. So I do need to work.
Well, and now we also do the vodka. So because I like
and
vodka. So
that vodka is yummy. And kind of off to your right, behind you in the other room in the freezer on the bottom shelf, you probably should have a bottle of Captain Morgan that we haven't finished.
there is Captain Morgan
that's
in there, a full bottle of vodka, and then what was left over.
Ooh.
So there's 3 bottles.
Yeah. So down the road. OGP, what's cooking? Good looking. Julio, what's up with you? How you doing? I am we're chilling. We're having a good night here, hanging out, talking, and taking it easy. But what's going on with you? Yeah, I'm one of the producers on that film. Oh, okay. You're one of the Christian's one of the producers on the film the Wet One's in. Very nice.
Oh, that's
okay.
the John C. Phillips thing, the film.
Okay. Listen, get drunk and show a movie on YouTube and get shut down. I know. So I have edited out. I think I might have one more song because I wasn't quite finished. I have like one more song to finish editing out of that video, but you should be able to watch it again. And there's going to be some spots if you rewatch our Vegas live stream that night, which you can watch. It's gonna it's I had YouTube automatically edited out stuff with the movie and some of the music in the background, so there might be some spots where there's no audio for like a minute or two. Just bear with it, and then it goes. But that video should be back up if anybody wants to watch it. That was a fun night. We had an absolute blast.
Yeah, that was good.
Blood is blood. Doesn't matter where you get the sample. Oh, okay. Good to know as far as poking your arm. So if I ever had to do it, I'm going to poke my arm. My endocrinologist said to check your blood sugar by poking the fleshy part of your palm below the pinky. I still think that might hurt like fuck compared to like right here. Right here would be no problem at all. Poke me, I'll be fine. So, diabetic, Will Ferrell, Night at the Roxbury. Fluffy Gamer, I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. Do you have any idea what he means by that?
No, I saw Night at the Roxbury like 20 years ago. I'm not sure. But I should watch it since I've worked with Richard Grieco. So yeah.
Fucking name dropper.
Just saying. Just saying.
Fluffy says, just got here. Glad you're home. Thanks, Fluff. Appreciate it. Mummy kind of reminds me of the Evil Dead films. They're saying it is in the same universe.
Don't know about that.
Well, we'll have to watch it first. Yeah, interesting.
But I don't want to watch it and it be bad and not part of the universe though. So can we get a 100% that it's in, or at least a 90%?
Well, maybe we'll try and do some homework and get whoever references that, or whoever says that. At one point I was 290. Wow, Robert,
that's probably where I'm at right now.
Okay, yeah, you got to get down there.
Yeah.
Fluffy says more like Mountain Ew. Yeah, is that Diet Mountain Dew or Diet Mountain? Oh man, funny. Diet Mountain Dew is the nectar of the gods. Well, there you go. No, Jeff, I do believe that is Coors Light is the nectar of the gods, but we all have our own opinions.
And I think it's pee of the gods.
Oh. Well, go fuck your mother. Coke Zero tastes much better than Diet Coke. Also, Mountain Dew Baja Blast Zero.
That's what I get. The Baja Blast. Oh, love the Baja Blast.
I have never tried Mountain Dew Zeros. Now, I do prefer Diet Coke over Coke Zero. My wife and my daughter like Coke Zero. And to me, Coke Zero tastes like flat regular Coke. And so I struggle with it. I struggle with it. Luckily for me, I hate the taste of alcohol. I don't know how people can drink it. Beer is rancid. Jeff, good for you. That's good. And we all, I think probably most people, the first time you've ever tasted alcohol, it's like, ugh, what is this? I thought beer was going to taste so good, or wine, and then you taste, ugh. It just doesn't. It's just not good. But then you realize what it's supposed to taste like, and you go, okay, I can get down with that. OGP, you should go see a witch doctor. I saw the witch doctor. He told me what to do. Do you remember what the witch doctor told me what to do, John? The witch doctor said,
go
eat ooh, wing, wang, walla, walla, wing, wang. Ooh,
wang.
Ooh, bing, bang, walla, walla, wing, wang. Didn't Alvin and the Chipmunks sing that? Oh, I saw the witch doctor. He told me what to do. You know that song, right?
Yeah. I haven't thought of it, but yeah, with you singing it, yeah, I do remember it. Yeah.
The film Dolly on Shudder was decent, good cinematography, I thought. I haven't seen Dolly yet. John, have you watched Dolly yet?
No.
And it's on Shudder now.
I might have seen some ads for it, but that's about it.
I've seen ads. I haven't watched the film yet. Metal Greg plateaued. My weight loss from 365 down to 270. Well, the 270 is significantly better than 365. So good for you. Because of my AFib, I drink caffeine-free Diet Pepsi. And so a lot of folks, as you get older and with your blood conditions and stuff, can't have the caffeine. So I would go over to my grandparents' house for like the last 30 years of their lives, and they would have caffeine-free Diet Coke. And I'm like, ooh. Ew, you don't have the sugar or the caffeine. Ew. But I get it. You have to do what you have to make sacrifice to stay alive. Did you get the hospital food? I did. So the first night I was there, I had turkey with gravy, with mashed potatoes and green beans, or no, and broccoli. And then I had the next morning eggs and these little potato things, and like a cup of grapes. Then for lunch, I didn't order because you have a menu and you order. I didn't order for lunch. They just sent me a like a cheeseburger and like a salad. And then for dinner last night, I had chicken and green beans and little rice, like a fried rice kind of stuff. And it wasn't bad. The hospital food there was not bad. My birthday is coming up May 13th, so we're going to celebrate it at Fort Worth Stockyard. Decent, Robert. Very nice. Very, very cool. I love the Fort Worth Stockyards. Um, so John, what else? What's been going on with you on your channel that I've missed? Have you released videos lately?
I just put up the Funko Pops that were purchased at Zia,
Oh, nice.
and then I got the interview with comic book artist and friend Jeff Johnson.
Both of those are up right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Very nice. So everybody make sure you're checking out John's channel to see. And those are, is it you purchased, what is it, 16 Funko Pops when we went to Zia?
Yeah, so I showed them all but one, which is the one that you gave me, and I was going to show that on Sunday. But
Okay.
we had no show, so I didn't. That's the only
Okay.
one that I didn't show.
When I was sitting in the hospital earlier today, I saw an auction on the Whatnot app. The first item that went up for sale was a Tiffany Amber Thiessen autograph Funko. I did not get to see what it sold for because right as it went up, it was like at $30, and then the pharmacist came walking in the room, and I was like, "Damn it!" If it was the right price, I was going to buy that for you because I knew you were fond of mine. But if it had to be like the right price because it was sitting there at 30. I don't know what it sold for, but if it sold like in the 30 to 35, $40 range, that would have been a steal. So, but I didn't get to see. I had to go. But
Yeah, that's well, I would have missed it because I'd be going drugs, drugs, doctor, you brought me drugs.
oh yeah. Well, see, and for me, it was a process getting discharged from the hospital. I had to see two different neurologists this morning. And then they had to go have a powwow with the panel of neurologists to decide if I got to go home and, looking at my brain images and all that stuff. Then I also had to see like other doctors. I had to see a physical therapist, and I had to see what do you call the other one? It's another therapist, but it's like for to make sure I can at home um, make sure I can bathe myself, dress myself, make sure I can walk
Oh,
around.
help you.
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you.
That's what friends do.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
they call those like something to do. It
They
sounds like
call those gay guys.
yeah, 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 yeah. But well, that's what they call the friends that want to help their friends do that. Here, wipe my butt. Wipe it. Oh, wipe it. Oh, wipe it harder. Ooh.
Get that finger up there.
Wipe it deeper.
Finger, got to get that
Oh
finger.
my
Oh,
god.
I'm caught in the
Oh my
hair.
god. Oh my god. But so I had to see both of them, and then I had to get the IV out of me, and I had this, the EKG thing still all hooked up to, and even after coming home and taking a shower, I still have because those EKG circles were on me, for like 48 or
So look like an
52
octopus
hours.
got you.
Yeah, and so some of the sticky residue, just even with soap, I was scrubbing it. They still got some of those sticky circles on me, uh, which in a day or two, I'm sure it'll come off next time I take a shower. But whatever.
I've never
If
understood that because I've had an IV a couple times, and I've never understood in movies how they could just rip it out of their arm, and then they rush out of the place. I'm like, that's a fucking needle, man. That's right in
Well,
your vein. How can you just rip that thing out? It looks
so
nasty when you look at it.
nowadays, most IVs, um, I guess unless you had a certain reason for it, but most IVs, the part that's in you isn't a needle. What they use like a needle to put it in there, and then it's like a soft, like I don't know, plastic or rubbery thing that's
Oh,
inside
okay.
you.
Well, I'm
But
old.
they stick it in there with the needle and they pull the metal part out or whatever, and then the part that stays in you. So you could, but I mean, even if it was in you, if you ripped it out the correct way, you'd be fine. Now, if you rip it straight up like this, I go hurt like fuck. But I think it would hurt no matter what. But for me, oh my god, I like so you can see here's
Look
the
at those
dot.
guns.
Yeah. Oh,
Welcome to the gun show, ladies and gentlemen.
oh yeah.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
But you can see that's where the IV was in. And then over here I have a bit of a rash from where little bumps all where the tape was all around it. But they drew blood over here a lot, and then they drew blood a couple times in my hand, and they poked all my and the first time I washed my hands after they poked my fingers, oh, that hurt like shit. And all my fingertips were like, why does that hurt so bad? Oh, because you poked me there, you bastards. But yeah, and then because having a little lettuce on my chest when they were ripping those stickery things off.
Uh,
Oh, I was like,
Trust me,
yeah.
I know.
I told him, I go, next time I'm going to the hospital, I'm bringing an electric razor with me. Before you stick any of that shit on me, we're
Was it
shaving it
40-year-old
all off.
virgin when she's pulling the shit off of him and he's
Oh
screaming?
my God, it hurt like hell. Well, here's the cool thing. So the nurse that was taking him off, she recently she's been an RN for just a few months now. I mean, she's been in school and stuff for years, but she after she graduated from her RN school and got her license and all that, she took herself a trip to Japan. Well, she said she was going to try and get like she wanted to volunteer at San Diego Comic Con, and she likes to go to the conventions. She's been to Creep Icon, and so we were talking about that stuff. So as she's ripping these things off of my chest, we were talking about Creep IE and Monster Palooza and all these conventions. And so I got her to go get a pair of tickets for her and her boyfriend to Creep
Ah,
IE coming up. So I was pimping out Creep IE a little bit, but she was really really cool nurse, and so she was really trying to take her time and be as gentle as possible with it. But um, it's not fun. No matter what you do, it's not fun if you got hair under there. Had a great time watching your Vegas trip. Nice, decent Nightwalker. I hope everybody enjoyed that. We had so much fun that night. We had so much fun. Way Up Dude says, what's the difference between a pickpocket and a peeping Tom? One snatches watches. Oh, that's hysterical. Oh, one snatches watches, John, and the other watches snatches.
oh, no, okay, now I get it.
You you
Okay, yeah,
you
that's good.
snatch your watch while
Right.
you watch a snatch.
Okay, I get it. That's good. I like that one.
Hilarious, hilarious.
At times it
Jeff's only
takes me a
spent.
little bit.
Yeah, it's all right. Only spent one night in hospital. Food makes me nervous. I figure I will catch something. And I think it all depends on the hospital. The Loma Linda VA Medical Center that I was in is right. It's part of like a group of Loma Linda hospitals that are like world renowned, and it is top notch. It's super clean. The food is great. The kitchen's great. The people are all phenomenal. The equipment and the facilities are all top notch. So if you have to be stuck in a hospital, that's not a bad one to be in.
When I had an abscess on my neck, this is years ago, but it was about the size of a brick. Is I
Wow.
shaved the back of my neck and it got an infected hair in there, and it just grew. And when I went to the hospital, um, they stuck me in a room filled with cancer patients. So
Oh, wow.
I'm sitting there and I'm just like, what are they telling me? Because they say like
Mm,
if it went any further, it would have paralyzed me because it would have gone into my spine. But they
wow.
couldn't touch it. Like they said, don't touch it because if any pus came out, it's infectious. And but I'm
Uh,
looking around and all these guys, like I'm seeing their families come in and they're wishing them goodbye. And I'm just like, oh my, why did they put me in this room full of cancer patients? This is
wow.
awful. And then my girlfriend at the time came in and had sex with me in the bathroom. So there you go.
Oh,
There
there
was
you
that.
go. Hey,
Yeah, there was
yeah,
that.
there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fluffy had like a abscess a long time under his arm, and when he went to the hospital, like that's another time he would have died. Fluffy nearly died twice if he hadn't have gone to the hospital like the day he did both times. So I'm glad he did. I am very glad that he did. You got treated by the homosexuals. Must be nice. NG, I did not. Um, I did not feel like I was
They know how to
under
satisfy me.
observation for anyone's sexual pleasure while I was there. Even though, I am quite the little snack, the little treat.
You are. You're
Uh,
like a little
yeah,
Debbie.
thank you. There you go. Yeah, thank you. But no, John, I'm sure would be very giddy about, some other big bear coming in going, ooh, I got to take some stickers off of you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Especially if they're on my butt cheeks.
Oh, God. Balzer, what's up, Mr. Lurker? Them sticky pads are best to pull really fast. The slower you pull, the more it hurts. No, I know. Well, my problem was just to try and get the grip on them, just to get the grip. It was like ripping hairs. So yeah, it was just like, oh, it was, but yeah, it was not fun. It was not fun. But you're right. No, that's anytime you're pulling, you got to pull it quick and just because you can suffer for a minute or two, or you can suffer for 10 seconds. You are not wrong about that. um but so anyways, I'm gonna try, being that I got to take it easy for a while. I'm gonna try and get to the theater this week and see the one over your dead body. I might go try and see the Mummy, and definitely got to watch the new Daredevil. So we have tonight's Daredevil, then we got Daredevil next week, then the week after that we get the Punisher. So there we go, the last two of the Daredevils and then the Punisher. So very excited about all that stuff.
But
Um,
you got those. I got Daredevil, but I also have Euphoria and Hacks. So I have three shows that I'm watching
mm,
right now. Hacks is
okay.
very funny, and Euphoria is very interesting as it's the third season. We did get some naked Sydney Sweeney, so nothing wrong with
Uh,
that. But it's all Hollywood related. So it's very different from the past two seasons.
okay.
And but everybody is like an influencer or a Hollywood agent, or so I'm like, oh, that's okay, that's cool. So yeah, and Eric Dane is on there. So I guess I think he passed after they shot the show.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, that is very interesting. Um,
Yeah, he's looking very
yeah,
thin though.
it sucks.
I don't
Yeah,
know if
poor
that's the
guy.
character or not because this does take place like 3 years later. So it might just,
Uh,
you know,
but I mean, if it's just coming out now, I'm sure he must have been dealing with the cancer at the time. He probably was
probably.
just losing weight. Let's see. This week opening, we have Animal Farm. Oh, that Deep Water movie. That's that new shark movie you were talking about.
Oh, is that okay?
That comes out Friday. Um, I feel like that's like a straight to video, straight to streaming movie, but it's showing up on Fandango. Ooh, excuse me, Fandango. A little hiccup there. Um, oh, and if anybody cares, The Devil Wears Prada sequel's coming out this week. Um, and
I like the
I
first one. The
think
first one was
that's
okay.
it. Yeah, not my, cup of tea or anything, but uh, you know, if you like them, you like them. I got
Yeah, I mean, it's got some
nothing
hot
wrong with that.
chicks in it. So, Anne Hathaway always looks nice.
Do like Anne Hathaway, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think next week the Mortal Kombat comes out. So kind of been looking forward to Mortal Kombat. That trailer looks pretty good. So So there's going to be plenty for me to go see in the theater coming up here as I kind of take it easy for a while. Um, but let's see here, a couple more comments, and we'll probably hit the road here before too long. The glue and hair doesn't mix. Having an EKG at my routine cardiologist visits, those tab rip my body hairs. See, if I had to go routinely, I would shave my chest. I knowing I was going in, I'd shave. Yeah, I would. But I mean, if you got like hair on your belly and everything too, God help you. John, does your hair go down on your belly too?
Oh yeah, I'm Italian, man. I got hair
Okay,
everywhere. Yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, good luck if you ever need them. Nothing says romance like sex in a cancer patient bathroom with a guy with a brick size abscess. This is true. This is true. That's a hot mess right
Hey,
there.
she's Filipino and she grabbed my hand and took me in there. So there you
You
go.
could have been squirting here and squirting there,
That's true.
Squirt,
Yeah, yeah.
squirt, squirt here,
But they had
squirt,
to
squirt
know,
there,
you know,
squirt, squirt everywhere.
where. Yeah, yeah. They all had to
Mm.
know. All those cancer patients had to know what was going on.
Oh, God. Should they reshoot Pearl and replace Mia with Sydney? Uh, mm,
No,
no.
they could do a
I
spin-off or
like Mia
something with
Goth
her.
too. I like Mia Goth.
That's her thing.
Yeah,
That's like, yeah, yeah. No. Dude,
yeah,
you can have Sydney in there, but maybe do like a spin-off.
yeah. And I mean, Sydney Sweeney. I'll pretty much go watch anything she's in. It's like, well, maybe not because I still haven't seen that boxer movie, but
Oh, her
I'm all
Oscar
about
bait
it.
movie,
Yeah,
kind of like what The
um,
Rock did,
yeah.
Smashing Machine.
Um, but yeah, Sydney Sweeney, Mia Goth. If they're doing horror movies, I'm definitely going. May they do something
The
else or whatever. But
the funny thing with Sydney Sweeney is she's once again she just cannot. Well, I can't. I'm not going to say her. They just cannot stop being pissed off at her. It is so now her character in Euphoria is an OnlyFans girl, and so we see
um,
the photos that she takes. We see some of the behind the scenes of her being an OnlyFans her character, and the way that she talks about OnlyFans and what she does is now upsetting the OnlyFans world because she's
oh God,
misrepresenting women on OnlyFans because
um,
and it's like, oh, so you're a prostitute who's upset that Sydney Sweeney is, making you look bad, I guess. It's like,
no.
no, you
Well,
make yourself look bad.
I like one, agree with her or not. I love that she stands up for whatever she believes in, or whether it's a I believe in this, or whether it's just a fuck you, I'm gonna do this. I'm glad she stands her ground because a lot of people in Hollywood don't. They just cave to what they
Yeah.
think is going to get them work. But Sydney Sweeney apparently at like some award show or some event recently wore a dress designed by like a Jewish Israeli person, and she then took a picture with like two Jewish people, and like so the Jews are now like in love with Sydney Sweeney because
Oh, good.
she's picked that side. So and a lot of people had a problem with her, all the Hollywood, which is so crazy because the Jews run Hollywood.
And the Jews were
So
the big
what is
have always been the big thing, and then all of a sudden it's
yeah,
Palestine, and
I
it's
know.
drop a bomb on Israel, and it's like, but wait a minute, I thought Israel is where the second coming was going to happen, and all of that. So it's like, what? So yeah, these
Yeah.
people make no sense at all. So yeah.
Uh, it's heresy, but I'm getting tired of Sweeney. Well, I mean, my thing, everything that I've seen her in, I've enjoyed. So, I mean, if you're getting tired of like, all the talk and like her popping up on TMZ or whatever it is, I can kind of get that. But I've yet to see Sydney Sweeney in a movie that I didn't like. So, I'm okay there.
Yeah.
Um,
And I
are you,
like, as much as I like looking at her and everything, I am fascinated by her, business side of how she deals with things because it's
yeah,
a lot of women out there do have, their own businesses in Hollywood and stuff, and it's interesting seeing how she's handling it because of the press and her looks and everything else. So
Yeah.
I'm interested in two things. I like watching her naked, and I like seeing the business side of her.
Yeah. You like uh watching what was the joke a minute ago? I can't remember now, but
Oh.
you like watching Snatch. That's it. I'll tell you what, this is my favorite Sydney Sweeney movie. This is amazing. And I'll just talk about her. I might have to watch it. So, but yeah, definitely am a fan. So you know what? One thing before we go, because this is kind of interesting. The folks over at Retard Tomatoes have the new Michael movie scored. The popcorn is or no, the tomato meter has at a 38, but the popcorn meter, the fans have it at a 97. So experts don't like it. The fans love it. I have not seen it yet, but I've seen a couple people say they loved it. And I've seen a couple people say it was a mess and it's not nearly accurate. Have you heard
That's
about it
yeah.
yet?
Yeah, I've heard like all the stuff with Diana Ross that she didn't sign off on it, so none of that is mentioned. She's like a
Oh,
huge part of his life. There are other things that are mentioned or aren't mentioned because they couldn't get the people to sign off on it. So it's going to be like any. I'll watch it. I mean, I don't mind biopics, but it's going to. I don't think it's going to be any different than anything else. And as I'm sure things will not be accurate, something that happened 10 years ago, they'll say happened yesterday.
yeah,
So it will be no different than the Freddie Mercury one or Elton John
yeah,
one, as I'm sure. But yeah, the critics hate it, and I've seen people like Critical Drinker and Nerdrotic are just like the the fans love it, and the
yeah.
critics hate it. So screw you, critics.
I do think a lot of the like 97 that they're giving it is nostalgia and the music. My biggest problem with it, and I have not seen it, I don't think I ever will watch it. I just don't care. I have not seen the Freddie Mercury movie. I just typically don't watch movies like this. But the dude looks weird. He doesn't look like Michael Jackson. And I mean, it's going to be hard to find somebody that looks just like Michael Jackson, but he looks weird trying to be Michael Jackson. Austin Butler playing Elvis, I could buy it. Different people playing Elvis, I could buy it. Michael Jackson is all the plastic surgery and everything he had done. It is weird looking at this dude trying to be Michael Jackson. And I don't know that I will ever get past that. Is that
Yeah.
an issue for you at all, John? Or
It depends because you've had your guy, Anthony Hopkins has played real people, and Nixon, for example, and stuff, and
I think
they
he played
barely.
Hitler too at one point.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And I don't think they really did a lot of makeup. At least I know with Nixon, it was just more of his interpretation of what Nixon would be.
Yeah.
Um, I just, I mean, I will see it. I don't mind the biopics at all, like I said, but it's something like Bohemian Rhapsody. They focused on all the gay, but they didn't focus on
Oh,
anything else. And
but does
it's
that
like,
surprise you with Hollywood nowadays?
no, no, but it would have been interesting. And one thing also that I don't like about these is they'll redo music videos and stuff that we've already seen. So they'll
Yeah.
redo the entire Thriller video, even though you can watch it. So
Yeah.
it's so yeah, I'm not so yeah, IPN says yeah, his nephew. I heard it was his cousin, but yeah, it's somebody who's his nephew is playing Michael Jackson. Um,
Oh, so it's somebody that's actually related to Michael
yeah, I
Jackson?
heard that he was related.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but
Okay.
they
Did not know
don't.
that.
It's just they say like with Bohemian Rhapsody, they skipped all the movie stuff. They never
Mhm.
mentioned Highlander. They never mentioned Flash Gordon. They never mentioned all of that, and it's just
Ah,
gone. And so, yeah,
Yeah.
you got to kind of take everything with a grain of salt.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Very true. And then this is kind of interesting as well. So, Lee Cronin's The Mummy. The experts have it 47, and then the audience has 74. So that to me, those numbers, I'm like, okay, I should give this a shot. This is one I've already missed one date. I think you know what the other date may be tomorrow for the second playing of the Silence of the Lambs, because I think maybe Sunday night was the one, and because it was having two showings. But look at this, people, 95 and 95 on Silence of the Lambs. I love
That's
that,
rare.
even though, and think about the controversy lately, how Buffalo Bill guy saying, I don't know if I would play that character. And, people saying like, I don't, they're saying if I had to do that now, I don't know if I would with, with some of these older movies. I love that it still gets the score it deserves, because Silence of the Lambs is one of the greatest movies of all time. It's a masterpiece. So, and then Over Your Dead Body, 68 and 76. That's a decent score. It might be enjoyable. Normal, 75 and 76. Normal needs more love. That movie needs to make more money. I absolutely love it. Everybody that I've talked to about it that has seen it has absolutely loved it. So, and that's really, I guess, about it for now. Well, they got Fight Club on there, 81 and 96. I guess Fight Club must have come back to the theaters for a little bit, but
Top
no,
Gun and Top Gun Maverick are coming back. Double feature.
yeah, saw that. Yeah, no scores yet for Deep Water or Devil Wears Prada 2. So there's that. But just kind of thought we would talk about that stuff real quick. So I do want to just kind of maybe go through a few more of the comments, then we'll call it a night here, because I need to go lay down and just pop on a movie or something. Let's see here. My favorite movie is The Second Coming. The Second Coming is what is that? Is that is
I
that is that
I worked
is
on a
that a
movie
real
called
movie?
The Second Coming. It's about
Oh, yeah, no, that's NG. Yeah, that's the one with the guys that helped with the Bread of Wickedness teaser. Um and it has Andriana in it.
yeah, I worked
Yeah.
2 or 3 days on that. Yeah, that's how I met
That
her
movie, but
actually.
that one never came out. Is there an NG? Is there another Second Coming movie? Or
Or
NG, is that you? Is that you?
did you misspell
Um
it and coming is with a U?
well, that's it. Is it a play on words there kind of joke? I want Jeff want to see Housemate's phenomenal.
Yeah,
It's
it's
phenomenal.
good.
Hint hint. Preview mini micro spoiler for my pickups when they come. Has something to do with Housemaid. When my autograph pickups come in. Balzer says Sydney Sweeney recently farted and it went viral, as it should.
Yeah, as I'm sure it smelled like roses.
As it should. Yes. What movie one said it was like a Hallmark movie in his review? The Housemaid. And maybe
Oh
what
no, I
movie
think
one?
that's Michael. The movie Michael.
Oh. Okay. What movie one did do a review of Michael? Yeah, I saw that. I saw that he did. I didn't watch it. I don't watch YouTube videos. Sorry, everybody. John knows this. Fluffy knows this. Everybody knows this. It's not that I don't care. It's just that I don't care.
Oh, I don't watch anything either, so it's okay.
Yeah. Fans are always biased. Yeah, no. If you, well, not always, because I know like Balzer was kind of critical of the Elvis movie. I seem to recall. And
Man, did they leave a lot out of that.
and I don't know who's the bigger Elvis fan, Jeff or Balzer. One of the two of you is the bigger Elvis fan. But I mean, it's his whole life. They can't get it all in there. But my issue is maybe more of stuff that was inaccurate than stuff they left out.
Like
So,
so far, they just did a TV movie with and I mentioned this when it came out was Elvis and Nixon. How Elvis
uh,
was a spy for Nixon.
yeah.
There's pictures of him in the White House holding the badge with Nixon
Mm,
because he was working, for communism and everything, and that's
Uh,
never brought up in any of these movies.
uh, so, and going back to, isn't that Jafar Jackson, Michael's nephew? So the interesting thing about that is
It's
what this
blanket.
really, I really should have realized this before because we've kind of touched on the subject, but this, I mean, why would you make a movie about Michael Jackson? Not in his honor. He doesn't need anything like this to remember him. This is nothing but a cash grab for the family. It has to be what it is.
Mm.
And so having somebody in the family play Michael seems like
Well,
the
they
right
did
choice or natural fit.
Straight Out of Compton. It was Ice Cube's son who played him.
Yeah, but Ice Cube's aunts and uncles and sisters and brothers didn't produce it. Whereas this, you look at the producers in the film and it's this Jackson, that Jackson, this
That's
Jackson,
the
that
problem
Jackson.
with the movie, because it's not going to get into the nitty gritty. It's not going to
Yeah,
get into allegations most likely and stuff. So
yeah,
I would say the reason why it's made is just because everybody does biopics on everybody, and he's
yeah.
one of the latest guys that they could do. I mean, is Ray Charles really that interesting, or Johnny Cash? When it comes down to it, the guy has great music, but
Yeah.
is he really that interesting of a person?
Johnny Cash?
Yeah.
Johnny Cash, pretty damn interesting. I love was the movie called Ring of Fire?
Well,
Uh
his
the one with him,
yeah,
I
Joaquin
forget.
Phoenix playing him.
Yeah, that movie was great. I really love that movie.
It's the same as any of them.
No, but I mean, but I loved, see, here's the thing. Like the Elvis movie, I wasn't around when Elvis was living and doing his thing. Johnny Cash, for the most part, that movie took place before my time. So those were interesting to me. Michael Jackson, that story happened in while I was alive. That's why I don't need to see it. It's like remaking a movie that came out 15 years ago. I don't need a remake. Oh, John, did you hear there is more news about the possibility of Pirates of the Caribbean 6 getting made? There was something going on with that. I haven't done my homework, so I can't really touch on it. And the John Wick spinoff with is it Donnie Yen
Yeah, that got
involved?
made. He directed it. Yeah.
It's currently in production right now.
Oh, okay.
It is currently in production. So we're excited about that. Look at this. Chicken Little. If I remember right, this is Anthony. And what's up, Anthony? How you doing? Thank you for checking in on me at the hospital. I love you, brother. Yeah, go Bruins. They won tonight. They got so we're 2-3. We got to win the next two games. We got to get it. We got to get it. We'll see how it goes, but it is good to be home. It's nice to be just sitting, and I got this nice, relaxing gaming chair, so I'm just chilling out here. Just wanted to fill everybody in on what's going on, and with my health and stuff, and it's good to see everybody. But especially good to see you, bro, and thank you. Anthony's always like, reaching out and making sure I'm doing okay and stuff. Just such a great friend, like an absolute brother. Larry, the Batman fan. What's up, Larry? Hey, I saw you were live. Just thought I'd drop in for a bit. And look at that, Larry coming through at the $10 super chat. Larry, thank you so much. Larry, I did see you commented somewhere Sunday night asking if we were going live. Hopefully by now you've seen that I was in the hospital. I was not able to go live. And John was like, couldn't activate my channel on his end to go live and stuff. So, he just took the night off and trying to kind of make up for a little bit tonight. But Larry, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Appreciate you, homeboy. Get well, OGP. Have a good night and feel better. Happy trails, John and OGP NG. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Are any of you excited for Free Comic Book Day? It's this Saturday. Okay, that I'm excited about. I know a lot of people are all about the Free Comic Book Day. I've never ever participated or gone down to take advantage. I don't have comic book stores around me, so I don't know where I would go to do that. John, have you ever been into the Free Comic Book Day?
No, not really. I've gotten
Mm.
them from other areas, but no, I don't think I've ever gone to like a comic book store to get them for free. So
Yeah, it might be fun, but I
yeah.
don't live close to a comic book store. Actually, Michael Shannon did a whole movie on the Nixon meeting. Oh, I love Michael Shannon. That might be fun. Oh, is it called Walk the Line?
Yeah,
Thank you very much, Larry. That's right, not Ring of Fire. I knew it was one of the um like
song titles.
the Man in Black. Don't tell me his name. Johnny Cash. Brain's not fully functional. Although, is it ever really? Is my brain ever really? Does my memory ever really work that good? But Johnny Cash, yeah, I knew it was one of his songs. Yeah. I haven't seen Michael yet, but I heard it stops at like 88. Mm. So avoid the controversy. I guess, get up to him. And what you see in the trailer is basically like him kind of breaking away from the Jackson 5 to go do his own thing and stuff. And if his dad was kind of like the dick that I kind of knew him to be or thought he was, good for Michael for breaking out on his own. Although
He was
poor
nice to
brothers.
me.
Michael was nice to you. You met Michael?
Joe Jackson.
Oh, Joe Jackson. Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. The
Oh,
dad was
that's
nice to
right.
me.
Because we're talking about, yeah, that's right. That is
Yeah,
right. Yeah, you did
yeah.
say that. Cash, not interesting. Is John on crack?
If you go off the movie, his story is no more interesting than Ray Charles or any of these other guys. It's the same thing in
Oh,
every
but
single movie.
Johnny Cash crossing paths with Elvis and some of the other folks that he played with
Those
and
and
toured
those
with when he was
recordings
younger.
are great. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's no. I start off as an unknown. I make the one album or the one single. It becomes popular. Somebody in my family dies, or I cause the death. I have that for the
But if
rest of
you're a
my
fan,
life.
you want to know this stuff,
If you're a
but
fan,
if
you
you're a
already
fan,
know
yeah,
it.
already, or yeah, but I don't,
That's why
I don't
they
know.
did that
That's,
film. What is it? What is that one with John C. Riley? Walk Tall or something like that, where it's the spoof, re-spoofs all
oh,
these movies,
yeah,
and it's actually
I haven't
better
seen
than
it.
most of those movies,
Uh,
like Walk
yeah.
On or something like that. The Dewey something story. It's actually better than most of these biopics. I should take that back. It's not that the man isn't interesting; it's that the biopic isn't interesting because it's the same thing in every movie. So
Yeah.
that's
So
what I
I've
should
only
say.
ever seen one Johnny Cash movie, and it was Walk the Line, and I enjoyed it.
I mean, if you don't know a lot about Johnny Cash, then that's what you
No,
would
but I
know.
did. I already knew about Johnny Cash, but still, there was some things I didn't know, but
No, the film's
still, it was
okay.
enjoyable.
Yes, the Dewey Cox
That's like
story. Thank
saying,
you.
so John, that's like saying, well, I've already heard the Fix. I already know what the music the Fix sounds like, so I don't need to go see them in concert again.
No, 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 because that's one thing. What I'm saying is, and many people have said this in reviews for stuff, is all of these biopics follow the same storyline. And they get boring after a while. And it's just like,
Mm.
oh, okay, I bet in 10 minutes his brother is going to die. Oh, look, his brother died. It's the
But
same thing.
so but a lot of musicians and rock stars and stuff, they get a lot of their motivation and their stories, their music that they tell through tragedy they've experienced in life. So, maybe, it is kind of interesting to see what that tragedy is, or those events that caused
Well,
that.
and I think that's why they have to do these things differently. Like Rocket Man, it was different. It was more of a musical, and so that was more interesting to me.
Yeah, no, but so okay, I get that. But for me, because I am not a biopic fan, when I do see somebody that I enjoy, and there's, people that might be interesting, like other musicians that I might go like, oh, I might like to see a biopic on them. George Jones. I would probably watch a biopic on George Jones. I don't think one's ever going to get done. But George Jones battled, alcoholism, and stuff, and it might be interesting to see, because he was, same kind of time frame as Johnny Cash.
No,
But I'm not a big biopic fan.
I mean, I would love to do a biopic on Wendy O. Williams. I would love to do
Yeah.
her story, try to tell it as accurate as possible. And I would also like to do, kind of on the other end of the spectrum, a George Michael biopic, because I thought that he was very talented.
Would you have him naked in the bathroom in the park?
The scene would happen,
Okay.
but I don't think you have to get him naked for that.
we wouldn't show full buttocks. It would be assumed that he's naked in that bathroom, whacking it, jerking
You
it, jerking
you
it.
you might get buttocks to know exactly what's happening if you don't know what a
Okay.
glory hole is.
Would
But
would you
you
get
would see
would you
penis.
get the sound? I don't know if that came through. Do I need to do it again? I can't do it with that side. I
It,
can't
it
really do it at all right now.
it would be whatever it is, but it would all but it would also focus on what happened to the cop once he did the video for Outside. That's how the cop had a nervous breakdown and sued him because of that, and that stuff is interesting
Oh,
to me.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
He plays the cop. George Michael
yeah.
plays the cop, and as he's dancing, it turns into the rest
In
stop
his own movie, he plays a cop.
in the music video for Outside. He plays
Oh,
the
that's a
cop.
song.
Yeah,
I thought you
Outside is
meant
the
like
song.
in the I okay. I thought you meant once he went outside of the bathroom where he was naked and jerking it. Okay, that's a song. I didn't know that. My bad.
Yeah.
And late to the party, what happened to OGP in the hospital? Long story. I'll give you a brief recap here in just a moment. But if you want to hear the whole details, rewind to the beginning of this video when you can. Because I spent about 15 minutes going really into detail on what happened. Good to see. And Anthony, I knew that was you. I thought that was you. Yes. Go Bruins. And thanks for dropping in, Anthony. Nick B, glad you're okay, OGP. And thank you very much of that. I noticed a notification. So glad to see your okay, OGP. Thank you, Larry. I appreciate that. Let's see here. Sean 420, what's up? Cash lived a life we can only dream about. Yeah. Oh, no, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, divorces, heroin addictions. Yeah, that's the life I want. Yeah.
But fortune and fame and doing what he wanted to do.
It would be his life. I wouldn't want to live it.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know that I would want to live that. I would do things differently, but it's like right now, I would love to be like a rock star like Rob Zombie, a filmmaker like Rob Zombie,
Ooh.
have the attractive wife like which I do, but to live a life like Rob Zombie where you're making movies that you want to make, whether people like them or not, you're making movies you want to make, and you're a famous rock star. What a great life Rob Zombie has. I don't want his life, but I would like a life like that, all that money and being able to do what you want to do.
It's nice to be inspired by people. Sure. Yeah. I mean, I think that'd be great too. I mean, that would be fun, but I wouldn't want Rob Zombie's life. I would think that he would be an inspiration, and you could do some of the same things.
Well,
But
that's what I mean. I don't want anybody's life. I am happy with my life. I just want their money and their fame.
oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Debbie Harry needs a good biopic. I kind of feel like maybe has there not been a movie about, I know like the band Blondie or about
No.
Debbie Harry or anything? There's never been
She's
nothing there.
been interviewed in documentaries about the scene because she used to
Okay.
be punk rock. She used to be friends with the Ramones, and then she
Yeah.
decided to go 80s, new wave.
Go mainstream, make the money. Why not?
Yeah.
Sell out. Look at
So
Metallica. I mean, you make your money, do what you want to do. Why struggle your whole life just to prove a point?
there you go.
Yeah. But no, and I didn't. I mean, I knew she was more punk because so when I listen to the plasmatic stations, I get a lot of Pat Benatar and a lot of Blondie and other like the female kind of punk stars and stuff. But I wouldn't know any of the Debbie Harry music as a punk star. So that I think that probably would be interesting to see that then.
I don't
And
know a lot of her punk stuff either. I mean, she
Okay.
became when she was mainstream. I just know
Yeah.
that the Ramones have talked about it, how they were friends and would perform together, and they decided to stay what they did, which at the time was punk. And she
Yeah.
got the job offer, from the studio, and she went new wave. So
Nice. But I guess the Ramones had already been pretty well established where at that point in her career, Debbie Harry was still trying to get to that level, I guess. So maybe sometimes you just have to make those decisions. So, you know what? And also when I was in the hospital, I watching movies. Luckily, they had Goonies on, so I got to watch Goonies, watch Back to the Future. I got to watch the Equalizer 2 and 3, and I watch a lot of Weather Channel. I see a lot of you folks back east are under tornado warnings and stuff. So I hope everybody's okay and safe if you live in any of those areas, especially all our folks in Texas. I know there's some ugly stuff coming through Texas, so I hope you all are safe and sound back there. People like Cash had opportunities in life we will never have because of their accomplishments. So, and that's, I guess, to have those doors open for you, not like, not like the band, the doors open for you. Although that would have been pretty cool if you were a big enough star that you had the doors open for you.
That's true.
But metaphorically, if you had doors open for you, would be pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Um, Joey
So
Ramone
we're
and Debbie were very close friends, performed together at CBGB's. Oh, that's cool. Didn't know that.
yeah.
Sorry, John, you
Yeah.
said so.
I was gonna say, so we're at 11 o'clock.
Yes, no, and just a quick recap for anybody who doesn't want to rewind. I got very ill on Sunday, went to the hospital, and I'm getting better now. I'm not 100%. If you want to know the details, I go in, I show you, like pull up and kind of show you what was going on with me. It's one of a couple things. I had brain scans and all this stuff done. Anyways, if anybody wants to go back to the beginning of the video and see that, please do. If nothing else, I do intend on being back with you all here Sunday night for Sunday Night Mayhem. Kind of like tonight, I may not be as like animated and goofy as I normally am. As like right now, I'm still not 100%, but I am good enough to be out of the hospital now. So there's that. And John has the couple videos up on his channel. So be sure you're watching him over there. We are going to be watching. It was Mike and Nick and something, a girl's name.
Girls like Lisa or something.
Oh yeah, I think that's right. Mike, Nick, and Lisa with Vince Vaughn. We're going to check that out and going to check out the new Daredevil episode. Talk about all that and more on Sunday. And then hopefully by then we'll have some pickups. Anything else going on or anything you want to mention, John?
No, because it's so late. I'll probably watch Daredevil tonight and then watch the movie tomorrow.
Okay.
I don't want to fall asleep during it. So
right on. Well, John, thank you for sticking it out for a couple hours. I know you've just did a video before we went live, and a long day of work and everything else. So I know it's been a long day for you, so I appreciate you being here. Lone Survivor, what's cracking? How you doing? How you been, OGP? You still hang out with Fluffy? What movie one? When I can, definitely. What movie one lives a couple hours from me. Fluffy lives 22 hours from me, so I don't hang out with Fluff that much. Did we watch Jester 1 and Jester 2 yet? They're not free streaming, so I couldn't. I don't own either, and John doesn't own either as well, so we have not seen them yet.
No.
Being home is the best medicine. You are right about that. Are you going to do giveaway into those DVDs? Larry, I'm sorry. I'm under the weather. I'm not even thinking about giveaways right now, sir. I'm not, but thank you for your support. Getting used to new vagina takes time. Frosty Man, there's no doubt in my mind. I'm not, okay. If anybody wants to read a Frosty Man comment there, go for it. Glad you're back home, OGP. Thank you very much. And Sean, Pumpkinhead is sleeping for tonight. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please hit the thumbs up if you haven't before we go. And we will see you guys Sunday night. John? Bye-bye.
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 Bye-bye.